Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, the connection isn't great, but yeah, yeah, I can hear you here.
Okay.
Cool.
How are you doing today?
Ah, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Hanging in there. Here's a total lockdown. I'm at the moment in Germany, and yeah, since Monday there's a total lockdown, so you can't go anywhere. And yeah, and
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, yeah. I'm trying to stay positive, keep busy. I'm going to the studio tomorrow again, and we're doing a streaming concert for free, and the whole
Really?
guys in the band, everybody's recording as we speak, and then I have to record tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and then somebody cuts it together. They are all at home because the Italian guy, he can't go anywhere, Nick, the American basically. So they are doing it from their homes, I believe, or rehearsal rooms, and I'm doing it from the studio. So yeah, yeah, that will be streamed, yeah, next week, or probably in 2 weeks, and it's for
Well,
free, but to
where's
keep the
everybody gonna be
connection
able
with
to
the fans. Sorry.
where's everybody gonna be able to see that?
Yeah, okay. I will definitely put it on our socials, the Facebook and
Oh, okay.
Instagram, because it's a radio station is supporting it, and the radio station is called Rock Antenne. That's the biggest German rock station, and I'm doing a show once a month, and they're supporting it, and yeah, so I guess, yeah, it's in connection with them, and yeah, I put it on my socials when it will be aired, but we first have to do it, and yeah, and film it, and mix it, and yeah, yeah, and Johnny, our drummer, he's still working on it. He's had some technical problems. I thought, oh, I booked the studio already for yesterday, but that didn't happen. So yeah, but we will, yeah, it will happen. Yeah, we just have to figure it out. And yeah,
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work, yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah. When 5, 6 people are involved, and then the engineer and the video guy, and yeah, yeah, yeah. At first, I thought, oh, it's easy to do, but yeah, yeah, and yeah, and yeah, you have to put microphones all over for the drum set, and Johnny is just, yeah, just checking it out, and yeah, but
Jeez.
yeah, we will, yeah, we will make it happen, yeah, but yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, new challenges are always good, and yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't know when the next tour will be happening, so yeah, it's good to figure out something, and we did a couple of drive-in shows this year, so there was a new challenge, and yeah, so at
Yeah.
least,
Well, I
yeah.
watched one of those yesterday and it seemed pretty
Did you?
the one thing that can't be matched, I think, for your stage performance is your energy. You seem to just have this constant energy. I've never been fortunate enough to see you live and in concert, but hopefully
Yeah.
within the next year tours will
Yes.
be back. Because
Yeah, yeah, hopefully.
how does that how does that feel for somebody like yourself who's been in the industry for so long and you've been touring for so long and you love your fans so much?
Yeah,
How crazy are you? How stir crazy are you going not being able to get out on tour?
I tell you, it's like, yeah, man, yeah, that's the first time, yeah, in 38 years that I wasn't on tour constantly, and yeah, yeah, I try to concentrate on other stuff, and
Right.
yeah, and I'm working on new songs for a new record eventually next year, yeah, and then we started, yeah, like doing this best of the compilation. We started in March, April, and yeah, and then at first I thought, yeah, I want to do a best of, maybe the best 15 songs, and then there was 20 songs, and then I was going through my archives, and there was 30, and then 40, and now it's 56 songs, and yeah, and that was actually nice to do, to yeah, to stop and smell the roses, because usually when you're in the tour bus, you don't do nothing, just concentrating on the next show, on the next city. And yeah, and that was the first time that I could, yeah, listen to all the demos, all the records and the goodies, and and it was really nice. And yeah, and then we did a couple of shows this year, the drive-in shows, which was very different. it's hard to get used to that you don't hear the audience, you don't hear the fans because they are far away, or sometimes they were like, they had to stay in their cars. Every show was different. Sometimes they could go out, stand besides their car, and sometimes they had to be in their cars, windows rolled up, so you don't hear anything, and you have to imagine. And then I thought, yeah, it feels good. So I could tell there was magic in the air. It was a good feeling, and we recorded a couple of songs on these shows as well. Like for example, "Love Me in Black" was recorded in our auto kino show, the drive-in show in, I think, Stuttgart. And yeah, that's different. I always love the fans right in my face, the sweaty
Right.
hair right in my face, and usually I always stick out the microphone. The audience sings, with me, and then when I get the microphone back, then everything is dripping wet. But I loved it. But I think these days are over. I think it's like they will probably never get back to that. And yeah, so I miss the fans. I miss the live interaction. I tried to play some little games with the audience and said, okay, let me hear you honk your horns. And that was 10 times louder than our PA system. So that was cool. And when we played a headbanger, they were shaking their cars like crazy. You almost saw cars flying. So that was cool. And I said, okay, let me see your blinkers, and then blinking on the right side or the left side when you like it, blinking. It was very different but cool, and I think everybody had a lot of fun. And yeah, we're hoping that it will get back to normal, but anything's better than doing nothing, and to keep the
Mhm.
machine going, that's good for the band, for the fans, for the road crew, so that, yeah, that everybody, feels like, yeah, we have something to do. And for me, the most important thing is to stay in contact, in connection with the fans. And that was really cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this new album that you touched on, with the 56 songs,
Yeah.
that's quite a collection for your fans.
Yeah, and as in, not all the songs could even fit in. There are more songs like which I think, man, they deserve to be on there. But maybe in the next 5 years they could be a volume two. Yeah, there's some other nice things, but yeah, I had to make a decision in the end, and then I maxed out the three CDs. Usually, you say 78 minutes per CD
Right.
is good for quality, and then yeah, and so you have like 4 hours, when you're in a lockdown, and you have something, you can listen to, for every mood and energy. And if you need a lift, then, I would say the anthems, they are good positive energy, and some other headbangers, and some soulful ballads like Love Me in Black or For Immer. Yeah. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, question in regards to the compilation is in the UK only. With the if they get the box set, which comes out on the 13th of
Yeah,
this month.
yeah.
Um, in the UK only, they're also including your new line of perfume. You want to talk a bit about that?
Oh yes, yes. Because yeah, yeah. Actually, you, it's very hard to ship perfume worldwide, and there are some regulations and stuff. But I know, just in case people really want to get it, it's like Amazon.de, so Amazon Germany, they have it, they will ship it. But yeah, I always want to
Oh,
put something special in the box set, and yeah, and then I'm fiddling around with the perfume since 1993, and
oh
I'm
wow.
driving everybody crazy. And I was mixing my own stuff and perfume oils, and usually everybody had to smell then the new combination of smells. And then I said, okay, give me 5 more minutes. It's perfect, but I want to make it even more perfect. And then in these couple of minutes, usually I ruined the whole thing. So it took years and years, and now, yeah, many many more years later, I found somebody who was. Working with me on that, and there's a fragrance for women, it's called True at Heart, and for men. And I think they smell heavenly. And for women, it has it's, yeah, I think both are uplifting when I put it on. And I immediately feel I'm in a good mood. And from touring for so many years, Anthony, I tell you, in the tour bus with 20 people, like for months and months, it's nice when you have like some nice perfumes. And I usually spray every bunk, and everybody feels good, and like a fresh shower, because
Yeah,
sometimes on tour you can't get any shower, sometimes. And so it's, yeah, so I like nice fragrances. I like that. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a nice added touch to the box set for sure.
Yeah, and
Um,
if people don't like to wear it, these bottles, some are little skulls, and the other ones are nice bottles as well. You can always put them in your collection. Like, I think they look good, with like all kinds of, in your vinyl collection, or some stuff where, yeah, where you put
well, it
special
was,
little gadgets.
yeah, it was quite cute because I saw your Instagram video of you sharing the perfumes, and and you were like a child at Christmas opening a present.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
I
were
was
so
so
excited to
happy.
share it with everybody.
Yeah. That was, yeah. Actually, when new stuff is coming in, oh, that's so nice. And then when it's like exactly the way you want it, sometimes you get stuff, and then it's like, oh no. But this one was like, oh yes, oh cool, and yeah, and yeah, and it still smells great, and yeah, I was so happy, and yeah, I want to share it. And yeah, it's, of course, it's
Sure.
always up to taste. Everybody has different taste, but yeah, when I think, oh, I like it, then maybe there's a chance that the fans will like it as well. And yeah.
Any plans of it being released in North America in the future, like so people
Yeah,
can go like to their local store and pick it up off the shelf, or
yeah,
is that an
and then
option?
that's a huge project.
Yeah,
So
true.
we don't know. It's like I was checking into it, and I thought, oh yeah, let's do it. But oh my God, it's like, yeah, it's a big industry out there, and
Yes.
you have to fulfill so many things. And oh my God, it's so we don't know yet. It would be nice, but we will, if the box set is sold out, we will definitely put it in our merch store, in the Doro merch thing.
Oh,
But in the stores, or I think it's very tricky. And since I'm not like, we are not like big players in the business. We're just doing records, and this is my own label, Red Diamonds Productions. But it's like, yeah, it's just for records and vinyl, and and special things. But
yeah,
yeah, it would be too big of a task. And yeah, and it costs so much money. So oh my God, yeah.
yeah,
So it's yeah, but it's a nice idea, of course. And but first, the fans, they must like it, and and love it, and then
yeah.
that would be, that would make me happy, and yeah.
Because are you're the first of like the metal scene to release their own? Because it's normally like Britney Spears and Ariana Grande. They all have
Right,
their own
right.
line of perfume. Elizabeth Taylor. So are you? Do you
Yeah.
know that you're the first in the hard rock heavy metal scene to release their own perfume, or do you know
Yeah,
that?
and the girls and ladies you just mentioned, yeah, they are probably connected with like big companies and stuff, and we're
Right.
doing it, yeah, we're doing it on our own, and it's like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
metal, it's metal.
It's metal.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, but who knows? Yeah, it's yeah, and yeah, but you have to have a big name, of course, to be like in every store. It's yeah, metal is different. So but yeah,
But
but you,
within the metal community, because you've been around for so long,
yeah,
your name is known. Your name is known out in the world.
yeah, some, like these stores who sell like rock and gothic clothing, they were
Mm.
already interested. So stuff like that, yeah,
Yeah.
that might be, that might be
An
doable
avenue.
and cool. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm first and foremost there for the fans, and do music and songs and touring, and yeah, everything else is second. Everything else is second. But yeah.
So again, getting back to your longevity in the industry, how have you seen the transgression of music, the way it's presented, and how do you see the representation of women in metal or even pop music
Yeah,
yesterday to today? Like, is it? Do you think it's better now, or do you think it's
yes.
still as hard? It's still as hard to get into the scene as it was before.
Yeah, I think I think it's yeah, it's much more balanced now. And when I started, there were maybe a handful of like girls or women. I remember, yeah,
Mhm.
Lita Ford, the Aaron, Girls School, Rock Goddess, and yeah, I think now many more, great female talented musicians, singers. So I think
Yeah,
that's, yeah. And now it's not such a, it's like it became normal, which I think is good. And to me, I always felt I love music. I love metal. To me, metal was always freedom. I never felt that I was like, different, or that I was treated different. I just
right.
did what I loved, and people always picked it up and said, "Yeah, you will do it for the rest of your life, right?" And I said, "Yes, of course, of course." And then there was never a question that being a man or a woman, and I just did what I loved, and with always with full conviction and 110%, and I was always having a great connection to the audience, to the fans from day one. There was never a question, and I never felt awkward. So it's just like more fight, for your music, being a metalhead in the 80s. I thought that was like, man, you definitely had to fight for your music, for everything. So
Position, yeah,
yeah. And it was not so much the woman thing, but I think, yeah, there are fantastic women out there doing great jobs. And yeah, and we are usually all friends. We're all friends, and I like them all, and I think they like me too. So that's the reason why we always have like many duets or collaborations with men and with women. And yeah, and
yeah, for sure.
so yeah, I'm always good with everybody. And yeah, and I feel like, you know yeah, when there's a good vibe and when you do something together, usually you stay friends for life, and that's the best part of it. Like, so yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're one and the same. You both know what you're going through, and like,
Yeah, yeah, fighting the same fight, and like,
yeah,
and hanging in there, and and doing stuff which is sometimes, is crazy. But yeah, yeah. And when you have a dream or a wish or a goal, that's always, it doesn't matter what kind of music or what kind of genre
yeah,
it is. But yeah, as long as you want to do the same, then yeah, yeah, you're
similar. Yeah.
connected. Mhm.
What are your what do you like to do outside of making music and that? What have you
Oh,
been doing? What have you been doing besides trying to get this COVID
yeah.
concert together? What have you been doing with yourself?
Yeah, and there's actually every day is connected with the music, either writing new songs or going into the studio, or yeah, reading through my archives, like on the Magic Diamonds thing. There was always something connected with music. And what I love, besides music, is I love animals, and I miss having my own dog or horses. But I got in touch with this lady lately, and she takes care of ex-race horses, and
Oh,
they give their life, for their owners, to
yeah,
race, and they're only 1, 2, 3 years old, like babies. And then when they're a little bit older, then the owners, they sometimes don't take care of them anymore. So this lady takes care of ex-race horses, and I was there a couple of times. And last time I was there, I was so inspired and so it was so uplifting. And I thought, yeah, man, all these beautiful creatures. And then I wrote a song for the animals, and it's called Heavenly Creatures. And that will definitely be on
oh,
the new album next year. And that's the word
oh,
title, but I can imagine that might stay. So yeah, so animals, that's my, yeah, I love like helping out. And yeah, and I'm always connected with people who take like, to have, we have to connection with all the animal shelters. I just want to say dog shelters, but that's not true, like animal shelters. So yeah,
yeah,
and that's what I love to do besides music. And yeah.
nice. I think it's healthy to have a connection with the animals.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I grew up with animals, and that's what I really miss. Yeah, and being on tour and stuff, that's all cool. But yeah, ah, if you would come home to a dog who always loves you, oh my God, that would be so cool. So sometimes the fans they know that, like the diehard fans, they know that, and sometimes they bring their dogs to the concerts, and then usually it's a couple, and then one always goes into the concert, listens to the first half, and then when Johnny's doing a drum solo, then the other, either the girlfriend or the boyfriend, comes and watches the concert, and then after the concert is done, sometimes they knock on the tour bus and say, "Hey, we brought our little guy with us," and then the dogs they go and check out everything in the tour bus, and usually they're like, oh, they're these great souls. So that's what the fans do, to make me happy, and I love it, and yeah.
Wow, you actually
Yeah.
let your fans on the tour bus.
Yes, yes, yes. The diehards, yeah, yeah, the diehards, absolutely. And there's one very nice fan. His name is Don, and he has a beautiful dog, and the dog is named Doro. And
Oh,
he's a wild, like he has like blue eyes, and he's wow, he looks like a wolf, like he's
oh,
beautiful.
okay.
So the fans they know, and then and sometimes it's so funny. I mean, not now, because now we don't do any more in stores, and
Yeah.
of the COVID situation, and there are not so many record stores there anyway. But when we did in stores, that was so funny. Sometimes the diehard fans they came up, and they had a photo or whatever, or album cover, or I had an autograph card, and I said, "Oh, can I get an autograph for my dog here?" And then the dog sits next to them, as usually a little scarf, around the neck, like this. And I said, "You think he would like it?" "Yeah, he would love it. He would love it." "Okay, okay, of course, yes, and I'd love to say something nice, and then both of them they go happy, it's so funny, and yeah, yeah, I love that. And last tour I did in America, I was the last show, I think, in Hartford or something, somewhere. We did a tour with Metal Church, and then there was a girl, and she knows that I love snakes, because I used to do many photo sessions with snakes, and even we brought a snake on tour with us, which we don't do anymore. It was like 2000, was on the Calling the Wild album, and we didn't know that it wouldn't be so good for animals to be on
Right.
the tour bus. But anyhow, back then, yeah, we weren't that far. So yeah, so this lady, she brought her snake with her, and she came to the tour bus, and then she showed me, it was a beautiful snake, and I wanted to keep it immediately, but yeah, that was impossible. But so yeah, sometimes the fans they're like, wow, so cool. Yeah, yeah, bring your best friends, and it's a snake or a dog or whatever. Yeah. Super.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's quite the connection you have with your fans, that's for sure.
Yes, yes, love the fans. It's yeah, that's truly my family. It's yeah, there's this one song on the Magic Diamonds, "You're My Family," and it's totally true. And yeah, it always was, and it always will be. Nothing will change that. So yeah, yeah. And Anthony, I have maybe 2 more minutes, and then I have to call somebody. At yeah, yeah,
Oh no, I
yeah.
know. I
You know.
totally appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to me. I would
Thank
like
you
to
for
thank
having
Nathan.
me.
I would like to thank Nathan Burke for allowing
Y-
this to happen.
Yes,
And
yes.
it was such an honor to be able to talk to you, even though it was kind of brief. But you were very gracious with your answers, and I once again I thank you for your time.
Oh, Anthony, thank you so much for these kind words. It's too much, but I enjoyed our talk
Oh,
very much
it's
too.
it's
And
really it's really a it's really a pleasure. You don't know how much of a
yeah,
pleasure it is. You've
oh,
been around for so long. I'm 54, so I I
oh,
know I know I've been following you since you know
the good
since
old
the,
since the good old
the good old
warlock
days.
days,
Yeah.
since the
So
80s. Yeah, super.
yeah.
That's
So
super.
it's a very big honor to speak to you, and yeah,
Oh,
I wish you all
thank
the best. All my
Thank
best to
you.
the band,
Yes,
and
I
I'll
would
look
tell
forward to
him.
seeing this concert. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, and stay well, stay healthy, and
you too.
yeah,
All the
and
best.
stay metal. Thank you. You too. All
Stay
the
metal,
best to you
yes.
too. Yeah.
Take care.
Okay. Take care too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.
you.
Tschüss.
Take care.
You too. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.